Hello everyone, it's Noel from Noel's Nook, and I'm back again with day 4 of my Inktober entries. Today's prompt is courtesy of Miffy Draws on Instagram. Their prompt was autumn. The other options I had were the dragon prompt from Ellen Torrey's Inktober, and the official Inktober prompt was underwater. And originally I wanted to combine the two, and I wanted to draw a snake-like dragon underwater. But after yesterday's success, I didn't really want to churn out anything that was too mediocre, and my dragon drawing skills aren't quite up to par yet. Just like any other basic white chick, as soon as autumn rears its head, I'm in the mood for fall flavors, and namely the infamous pumpkin spice latte. And it's also time to dig out warmer clothes, grab a pumpkin, watch the leaves change colors, and fall off the trees, and all of these things I wanted to incorporate into today's drawing. Now, when I decided on what I wanted to draw today, I was going to draw a character similar to Toru Honda from Fruits Basket, but then I thought of my dear OC Joe. Because I only wanted to use autumn colors and take a more minimalistic approach and focus solely on the inking techniques, Joe was going to be perfect because his hair is green and it would pop against all the warmer colors that I'd be using for the leaves and the pumpkin. I used a ton of reference images to help me with the proportion and position, and it actually took a lot of selfies of me holding a cup to my face and with my arm out just so I could get his hand right. But I did notice that the straw is a little too long. And speaking of that darn straw, I actually didn't finish it until I wrote that last sentence. And yeah, since insert large corporate coffee companies, iced coffee cups are transparent, I wanted to show details of the hand on the other side, but also the straw that was in the cup. So I finished the straw, and you can actually check that out on any of my other social media pages. I mean, if you're curious to see how it is completely finished. One of the things I'm actually really loving is changing the line width of my line art. I had a lot of fun doing that, and I actually really like coloring the leaves. It was kind of abstract, and I even got to incorporate my colorless blender, and that kind of helped desaturate the orange because, man, that thing is orange. So I definitely had to use that to help tone that down. I did re-add it, but I feel like using the colorless blender kind of helped muddle it a little bit, and then adding the orange again helped it pop, but it wasn't like... I definitely needed some sort of a transition color. Unfortunately, the Blick markers only come in 96 colors, and the only other orange they had was a darker orange called burnt orange, which I did use a little bit for the pumpkin. The most challenging aspect of this drawing was his coat, and maybe the leaves, but only a little bit. I spent longer than I should have trying to figure out how his coat should lay. I definitely knew I wanted it to have a fur collar, but after browsing like all these reference images on Google of just, you know, people wearing hoodies, I finally put in a fur coat, and then this image pops up, and of course all my references are down below so you can check them out. And it was absolutely perfect. The arm was in about the right position where I needed it, and it was just awesome. The last thing I always have difficulty doing is like fine details, like where to add shading, and I didn't want the drawing to become too busy with random lines, so I added cross-hatching very sparingly. Falling leaves, pumpkins, pumpkin spice lattes, all of these things make me think of autumn. But what about you? Do you get excited for the changing of seasons? Tell me what you think. But for now, I give you my fondest wishes, and I hope you have an awesome day. See you tomorrow.